Ladies and gents, welcome. Now, as you know, I am a man of principle and style, and instead of bringing you the top tier meta deck once again, I decided to bring something a little more fun and interesting, and for that reason, today, we're gonna be playing Vaalmonicas. Now, this deck, first of all, it's really fun. This deck revolves around choosing between good or evil, angel or devil, and the whole theme revolves around Demono and Angelo, and also the best monster of this deck is the Archetypes Vaalmonica. This card is just the whole bread and butter of this deck. It has so many good effects. In terms of ratios, we play 3 copies Archetypes, 3 copies Angelo, 3 copies Demono, and also we play out of the spells and traps 3 copies of the Skelter because this is one of the best spell cards to play in the deck, 2 copies of the Versaria, 1 copy of the Disharmonia, and also the playset of the Feud spell, the Agato Cacological, blah blah blah, something, and we also play the playset of the Inventory, which is a really important card for the deck, and although it does limit us into only Vaalmonica monsters with one of its effects, it is still a really good card because it can search out 2 Vaalmonica monsters, and it can also do a whole bunch of different nice things for us. And also out of the trap cards, we play the Followed Rhythm and also the Chosen Melody, both of which have their very interesting effects that we can definitely make use of. As of the rest of the deck, we play a small Performance Engine with the 2 copies of the Damage Juggler and also the Trick Clown. The idea is that you space summon this guy, then eventually send it to the graveyard or just send it to the graveyard, activate the effect, banish it, search out the Trick Clown, and then when this card sends to the graveyard, you basically get a free special summon. It is just a really nice engine to get a couple of extra bodies on the field, and the deck does need that a little bit. I am also playing 1 copy Foolish Burial Goods to send to the graveyard any spell or trap because the whole theme of this deck is to just have a bunch of spells and traps in the graveyard in order to copy their effects. Also, you play the 1 Talent to search out with the Trust, 2 copies of the Trust obviously, and the 1 copy of the Pot of Prosperity because it's really good to dig for resources. The hand traps and staples are 3 Maxi, 3 Ash Blossom, and the 2 Called by the Grave. This is all we need. You could play more hand traps, but I decided to put in here the Perform H engine because I feel like it's a little bit better than just playing a whole bunch of hand traps and that are pretty much useless for the combos. In the extra deck, we have 1 Dweller, 1 Baguska, 1 Dugares, and 1 Zeus for the Exceed monsters, 1 Artemis, which is actually pretty good with the Celine to summon Access Code real quick. Also, we play the 1 Duralume and the 2 copies of the Zebufera as of the Vaalmonica Link monsters, and these are a little bit difficult to summon because they require you to have 3 resonant counters, which is a thing in this deck. Depending on which monster you have the resonant counters, you can summon either of those. So basically, if you have a Fiend monster on the field with resonant counters, you can summon this guy, or if you have a Fairy one, you can summon this guy. So depending on which one of these two you put the counters on, you get to space summon a different monster. It's a pretty fun and neat strategy if you ask me. I also play 1 IP with the SP because this is just one of the best combos you can play the game right now. 1 Lina and Dark as extenders. You don't really need them in the deck. I would prefer to play other things, but they're just free space for now because some of the cards haven't come into the game yet. And the rest is just Celine, Access Code that I mentioned, and the Underworld Goddess because sometimes it's really good to deal with some tower monsters if we need to or something. And that's pretty much it for the deck list, guys. As you can see, pretty interesting deck list. The extra deck is pretty generic. Actually, now that I think about it, I feel like Dark is really not that necessary because we don't have that many Dark monsters. We just have 3 copies of the Angelo, everything else is light. So you know what? Let's just cut it, put the Appaloosa into the deck because the Appaloosa is gonna be a little bit more useful. So yeah, now we can head into the gameplay actually. Alright, starting off by activating the motorbike. This is insanely bad, but we're gonna go with the Ash Blossom here. Thank God it actually went through. This would have been so bad if it didn't. And imagine now having Wakoshi. Oh, this is actually Torso. Okay, that's gonna be Borneo Flood, I feel like. Yep. Does he have anything else? I guess he doesn't really have much anything else. Otherwise, he would have went for it. Yep, that's gonna be it. Okay, so it's my turn. 1 Borneo Flood that I have to deal with. Pretty good hand as well, so I feel like I can definitely do that. We haven't even started and he activates Maxi on me. At least now we're gonna be able to force out the Borneo Flood right here, which is so good. Boom, triple attack talent to the hand. Now you have 2 choices. Either negate it or just give it to me. Oh, we cannot actually use it. Yeah, but it's still fine. Okay, I screwed up. I should have went for something else. Actually, no, this is still fine. He just didn't activate it in the main phase, so whatever, dude. Let's just go Celetrize here, and we're gonna be normal summoning it and also activating the effect of it. Now, if he doesn't negate it, we still have the Inviteria in the hand. If he doesn't, it's just extra value for us. Well, let's go for the Skelter since we already have the Inviteria, and then we're gonna be activating the effect of the Angelo, which is gonna give us 1 free special summon plus another monster to work with the Perform H Trick Clown, which will allow us to also go for Xyz plays and whatnot, which is again really good stuff. You know what? I have a better idea. Let's just wait a turn because he activated Max C, and let's summon the Baguska and just completely screw up his plays or something. It's gonna be the safest option for now since there's not really much of a way for him to deal with the Baguska, you know. Let's also activate the Skelter, and I'm gonna be choosing the, of course, Demono version of the effect because it's a little bit better, and we're gonna be searching out just a spell or trap. Now, I do wanna go for a trap card, so maybe we can go for just the monster effect negation, which is really nice. Also, we're gonna go for the Inviteria here, and we're gonna be using it also with the first effect only, which now that I think about it was a little bit of a misplay that I went for it. No, actually it's not too bad of an idea. It's gonna give him an additional draw, but on the flip side I get to return the Celetrize to the hand, which is really good too. So even though he went basically plus a couple, we recycled the Celetrize to the hand, we got the Baguska on the field, we have a monster effect negation. Unless he has a second maxi, everything's gonna be okay, I feel like, for the following turn, if I survive this turn, of course. What can I say, maxi, bro? Okay, exactly as I predicted it. This is really good. You know what, let's just start off by activating the Chosen Melody here, just to negate the effects of the Borneo Fleur immediately. Boom, no more effects available for you. And also we can use the Field Spell, which is really nice, which is just basically gonna take control of the Borneo Fleur and give us an extra body to work with, which I didn't really think about. So yeah, I mean, I didn't even need to activate the trap card on the Borneo Fleur now that I think about it, but whatever, dude. It cannot attack anyway, so it doesn't matter if it's in attack or defense mode.
A few moments later.
We're first of all gonna activate the effect of the Inviteria, and we're gonna be choosing the secondary effect of it, which is gonna add us more cards, and he just scooped the game. As you can see, pretty good deck. We just played around the maxi nicely, it could have been a little bit better, but still, really good stuff, really good stuff. Okay, this is a pretty nice start. Let's go with the Angelo. We're gonna be pitching the Perform Mage Damage Juggler, and now we're gonna be Juggler, actually, not Juggler. What? Now we're gonna be setting the Angelo, also the Demono, and that will allow us to also activate the effect of the Damage Juggler, banish it, which will allow us to search out a copy of the Clown, which is also really good. This is gonna be the extra extender afterwards and whatnot. Ash Blossom on the effect of it. Ugh, this is a horrible choice. Well, now we're gonna go Versare here, and we are gonna be sending to the graveyard or searching out a card. Let's see. If we send to the graveyard, we could actually do something with that if we get access to the Demono on the field. Problem is, I don't think we really can, so you know what, I'm just gonna have to rely on the top deck here. Let's just go with this. Oh my god, this is beautiful. The Field Spell is the best top deck to go for. We can now get access to the Celetrice, which is so beautiful. Full combo, amazing stuff. Let's summon the Celetrice with the amazing animation, and now we're gonna be activating the effect and get the Inviteria here to the hand. Can definitely do a lot of things with that. Oh, come on. Okay, that's gonna be so nasty to deal with. Let's just go activate the Disharmonia. Bro, this is so bad. Yeah, we can just return from the graveyard the Versare to the hand, but this is horrible stuff. Well, let's just link off into the Artemis, get back the most important card in this deck, the Celetrice, and now we're gonna be going for the Dugares later on. So now with the two monsters we can actually do something. Also, we could copy the first effect of this card, but it's not really useful, so I don't need to do that. Actually, no, we're gonna copy it just because, just to get the extra value out of it, just to get an additional 500 life points. Also the Angelo. Wait, maxi now? I'm just gonna go Baguska. I don't think I need to rush things here. This is still really good stuff. Activating Wanted. Sure, that's gonna be probably full combo Snake Eye and stuff. Either Snake Eye or Fire King Snake Eye. In my opinion, Fire King Snake Eye is the better deck right now, since Snake Eye got nerfed so hard. Summoning Populous, but it's not gonna be available to activate the effects of it, which is really nice. And he does play Fire King, which is what I was really not hoping for. Oh, I'm just starting to meet the top tier meta decks, Oh, the Jebel Star, yeah, sure, that's gonna be the original Sinful Spoils, unless he doesn't have access to searching it. So I feel like he's just gonna go into SP, or like I don't know, just something else, just a link monster. We'll see. Yeah, it is gonna be the SP. The cool thing is he could not link off anything, so that means he cannot use the first effect of it. He can only activate the secondary effect, which just banishes, and it's whatever basically. Ash Blossom draw is not really that great, but yeah, whatever. Detach the Celetrice, return back to the hand for the extra value. I'm actually not gonna proceed to the battle phase because I do have a lot of interesting plays, so I don't need to do that. Let's just pass some of the Celetrice again to the field, which is beautiful. Activate the effect of it. This time though, I don't need to go for the Inviteria, I need to go for something else. Effect Veilor. I am really fortunate that I do have access to the Versare, so it's still really just fine. It's not the end of the world. It does have the SP effect. I'm probably gonna have to go for the this guy right here, the Link 1. Let's just go with the first effect, obviously. Now we're gonna add a card to the hand. Let's see what I top deck. Come on. Okay, this is the Field Spell again. Really good. Also, let's activate this. Oh yeah, this is gonna force it out. Okay, the SP Little Knight Knight is now forced out. I completely forgot about this. This is so good. He's gonna basically banish the Seda Trice, which is fine with me. Yeah, alright. Now I'm gonna activate the effect of the Vaalmonica's field spell once again, and I'm gonna be using the first effect to just basically search out a copy of the Demono, which is gonna give us access to so much more stuff. Now, let's just pendulum summon for one for the Demono. We're gonna activate Demono effect. We're gonna be banishing, of course, the Versailles because it's the only target, but that's good enough. Send to the graveyard one card, which is gonna be the trap card, just to set up in the graveyard if we ever need to do that, but I don't think we need to. And now we're gonna be summoning using one monster, the Zebufera, but that's not gonna be it. We can also summon the other monster here, the Angel and the Devil, the Light and the Dark, the Duralume, and now we can activate Duralume, remove 3 counters from the Demono here, and this will allow us to attack 3 times, which is gonna be game here, guys. The end of it was just incredible, summoning the Angel and the Devil, both monsters, attacking with them, and this is how you beat a top tier meta deck with Bakuska. But he had so many hand traps, so I'm excused, okay? He had 3 hand traps. What a deck! I'm so excited. This is such a fun deck, dude. I don't understand why people don't play this. Hopefully, they will play this deck more because it's my favorite deck from this selection pack for sure.